TFNN.
Good afternoon, folks. Tommy O'Brien coming to you live from TFNN. Thanks for joining in. Spend your afternoon with me on the Tom O'Brien Show. And we got a market pulling back from highs. We got an S&P right now, negative by 44 points. NASDAQ 100, only negative by 0.2%. Quite a sell-off. You're talking about a sell-off of 300 points from where we were at the opening bell. We touched that low at about 1 and 2 o'clock as well, and we're just off of those lows. NASDAQ down by 0.2%. We take a look at the daily. We get some volume today, folks. Okay, today, already more than we did yesterday. Right? We got a full hour to go. We have Broadcom earnings after the bell today, and we have private payrolls with 122,000 this morning ahead of non-farm payrolls on Friday. We kick it off with the markets. S&P volume. Now, S&P volume, okay, we're down by about 0.6% right now. Off 43 points, trading at 75.80. And take some of these off for just some clarity. And on a volume basis, yeah, almost as much as we did yesterday. But in general, very light volume right now. Right, look at this volume compared to what we did on the pullback, compared to anything. Some of the higher volume days, and you're talking about futures on an S&P, a high volume day, 1.5, maybe 2 million, maybe 2.5 million contracts. We're under 1 million right now. And yesterday, you were barely at 1.02. S&Ps right now, down by 43 points. NASDAQ 100, as I mentioned, a little bit more volume. Okay, a better day than overall. But still, no resounding volume just yet. You take a look at the Dow, same thing. No volume whatsoever. Look at the Dow. 81,000 contracts so far. Yesterday, you did 95. We'll get some volume in the final hour. And how about the Russell? Now, very little volume in the Russell as well. You're off by 1.4%. We have yields persisting higher with the 10-year. Pushing 4.49 right now. The Russell, particularly yield sensitive at times. You're down by 1.4%, down 41 bucks. Crude, persisting. How's $96 for you? Crude, we were just trading at $86. Yeah, on Friday, $86.35 to $97 pre-market crude, trading at $96.02. We take a look at the volume in crude. Yeah, nothing too resounding either. It's quite a ramp up at the beginning, of the war, of course. But look at the volume right now. It's the same type of volume we were doing in February. Right? Very little volume across the board right now. Same thing with metals. We jump over to gold. Gold down 1%. Look at the volume. 97,000 contracts all day. Okay, remarkably light volume across the board right now. You have gold down from 4,500 and change yesterday. You rip lower by $100, but today, no volume whatsoever. Gold down by 1%, trading at $44.75. Silver right now, down $2 or 2.7%. How about platinum accelerating lower? Platinum's got some volume, okay? Watch out. Platinum's down 4%, and yeah, you're going to have the most volume you've had probably since March 23rd at the lows. And boy, the last thing you want is if platinum could ever break that number with some volume. But either way, that is some strength to the downside right now. Bearish quality volume to the downside. Platinum off 4% right now. We jump over to yields. How's that for no volume on the 10-year? The 10-year is down 8 ticks. We're at 109.14. You're at 4.49 on the 10-year. DXY, jump over the dollar index. Trading at 99.52. You're trading at highs that we haven't seen in almost 2 months. Okay, trying to break above the recent highs. Dollar strength, 99.52, and that's part of what's weighing on gold and silver on the metals this morning. Oh, boy, when you talk about a VIX, man, okay, this market, S&Ps are down 46 points right now. We're off of the lows, which were as low as 75.62. But we're down 0.6%. We're down 47 points in the S&P, and the VIX cannot catch a bid. 16.12, flirting with a 15 handle on the VIX. Very little volatility premium in this market. Very little. All right, we take a look at the heat map. Yeah, talking about breadth, EKS. A lot of red. Okay, but we do have some areas, of course. What do we have? Well, you're talking about AMD up by almost 4%, right? Broadcom, their numbers after the bell. But boy, you took a look at like the pockets here. All right, you're talking about Oracle, down almost 6%. AppLovin, 6.3%. Salesforce, right? The software companies getting clobbered again. Palantir off 6.7% right now. The chips, no, SanDisk, how about it? Up 6.3%. Look at this thing. That's an all-time high for you, folks. SanDisk, up another $106. This thing was only trading at $100 in September. We're going up $100 every single day right now. SanDisk up $107. We talked about Broadcom with their numbers after the bell. Make a new all-time high today to $495. You're up 1.3%. Micron up 0.6%. On the flip side of that, Oracle down by 5.5%. This pullback. All right, we jump around to the big dogs. So Google, you're continuing to accelerate on lighter volume compared to yesterday's pullback. But this is where, folks, it's an art, not a science. And Google has some pressure with volume to the downside. Okay, that's a dramatic volume spike today, down 28 million, down $2 on 28 million shares. Yesterday, you did 35 million shares. We had the pullback on May 29th, which was last Friday, on 48 million shares. And meanwhile, Google just traded from 390 to 356 in 4 days. Okay, but guess what? They're going to public. They're raising money. They're doing it with equity. And the market's saying, hey, hold on a second. Microsoft, the same deal. Look at this. Markets were a lot more okay with pushing out debt to subsidize the AI CapEx rollout, thinking that these companies were going to manage their cash flow appropriately, right? Or just start making enough money to warrant those expenses. But it is a different deal if they're just going to start pushing out paper and raising equity and diluting shareholders to spend money on CapEx. And that's what we had happen yesterday, and it's not stopping today. Okay, Microsoft down another 3% right now. Amazon, down 3.2% right now. NVIDIA down a similar 3.2% right now. Yeah, I keep watching this VIX, though. The VIX is usually a leading indicator, folks, and if it's a leading indicator right now, it's saying we cannot find a bid for people paying for volatility, for insurance. No one's paying up for insurance, folks. There's no fear as this market. S&P's off 46. We're coming right back, folks.